Hey everybody, it's Daphne here with Laura Entertainment. We are sitting down with Sharon Bruneau, right? I don't want to mess.
That's it. Yeah, you got
Yes,
her. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Hi, hi.
For the Let's Get Pumped segment. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. Great to meet you. And loved our chat earlier.
Hectic days, hectic days.
Well, hey, with that said, let's get pumped, It's what I'm here to do.
Let's get
Yeah.
pumped. Let's get drunk. Same thing.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
We'll meet in the middle.
I like you. Yo.
So, for those out there who don't know who you are, tell us. I know,
Oh,
tell us a little bit about you. I know you're a fitness, you are hardcore
I
fitness.
was hardcore. You
Yeah.
better believe it. Yeah. I former pro bodybuilder, turned fitness, retired in 1995, don't compete anymore, but had a lucrative career for the 10 years I was involved in the industry, under contract with Joe Weider, had many covers and features, traveled the globe, preaching the health and fitness, and I still do. Still work out, not crazy like that, but I still encourage a healthy and fit lifestyle. And through that, living in Los Angeles, of course, is you meet everybody, and it just being in the sports field, especially at a Gold's Gym Venice, that was the mecca for bodybuilding. But working out there, the morning crew at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., you not just only had the bodybuilders, the fitness people, but the NBA, the NFL, the WWE, then you had a lot of stars working out there that like to mingle with all the athletes like Gregory Hines, James Caan, Ray Liotta. They're all gone. But and we all intermingle, and then you're throwing each other bones, meaning I got more work mingling and networking with the crew at Gold's Gym, and or my late man was a stunt coordinator, through mingling with the family, so to speak, than I did through my agent. Because a lot of times, are you available? Yeah, I'm here. You go hustle, you do this, you submit, and I was very fortunate. I got to work on a lot of film and TV sets. Not only as an actress, but as a stunt actress. I don't consider myself a stunt woman like the many fabulous women that are out there just kicking ass and that are now coordinators and second unit directors. I mean, these women kick ass, whether high falls, car hits, fights you see in all these Marvel movies.
The Marvel.
Marvel, what's that? And I was lucky to get a few gigs thrown toward me on stuff that I can do. But my biggest role so far in my life has been a health and fitness motivator. And I just find it's my goal. I just want to make everyone fit and healthy. It's just like I have to do it. It's such a habit. It's brained into me, right? You got to eat right and work out. No excuse. But so you'll find me
Get
on
off your
podcasts. Yeah, come on. Drop and give me 10. But yeah, and I love having fun, So I've been fortunate that I was able to work in many areas for several years. I was also SVP at 20th Century Fox Studios, working in the branding entertainment section. So I got to supervise a lot of the sets after coordinating second finances for production with our crew. That was a lot of fun. So I just enjoy the fit lifestyle. I enjoy entertainment, and I enjoy the travel, and I love working with people. You find me on YouTube, a mixture of array of videos from entertainment to fitness to just goofy stuff, right? But I'm here for your health and fitness
entertainment.
lifestyle. Let's get pumped, right? So I love, when I got to notice, like, what? Let's get pumped. What? I love this already.
You're gonna love the music that's going into the show too. I'm telling you.
Oh, can't wait. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep. It's
So
my
thank you for having me.
I
Oh,
love doing these segments. I do these on the side of what I really do, as far as the producing portion. And I do it just because it's a lot of fun. I don't like, you know how a lot of those interviews go on TV, they cut it out for commercials, or they cut it out, or they spin it. You know, some people don't do interviews because they get spun or they get edited the wrong way, or
Yeah,
you know, they'll be ridiculed. And me, I have this thing where even in my credits, I put it in the credits that I will not edit any conversation, because I'm not going to have anybody worrying about being ridiculed in the press. Period.
right.
I'm not. Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Everybody's entitled to say whatever they want to say, you know, without having to worry about being ridiculed. And that's just the way it is. Like it, love it, leave it, whatever. Like them, it doesn't matter. You know, this
I
is.
love you.
You
Yeah.
know, it's
So
the way
hey,
it
watch
is.
what you
And
say, Sharon.
people, a lot of people don't want to do the interviews because of that. And
Yeah,
the good thing about
that's
me
true
is
though. Yeah,
when I put these out there in the public, a lot of people don't catch on to what it is I do, because they just see a name and they see a link. So
yeah,
they have no clue.
yeah,
And that's the good thing about the social media, because they have no clue what I do, which is
yeah.
good, because I'm not going to edit what is getting said in these interviews, and I'm not going to censor people from what is said in these interviews. And all they're seeing is my link, and they can't stop me. They can't take this down, and they cannot do shit on what I'm doing, you
Yeah.
know, at
I,
all.
I love it.
So,
Fast truth, and I love that. Yeah, we're going to get along just fine.
and I mean, I'm brutally honest, you know, and I just feel like everybody is entitled. And that's the thing that happened, you know, as far as media and press, that's went away. And I'm sorry, that needs to come back. That's important, you
Yeah,
know,
I
and there are
agree.
ways to bring it back secretly, but you know,
Kind of in the background, it just kind of seeps right in there, right?
it's coming in. Hey, I found some little
Good
ways
for you.
there, you know, but
Yes, because like I said to you earlier when we're setting up, and it's like I had no idea. You know, I saw your lure entertainment. I'm like, oh, who's that? So I had to research in Google and like, what is it? Oh, okay, I'll do it anyway.
people have no, see, I keep them in the dark. They don't know.
You do.
It's the world's best kept secret.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I found you.
I mean, I prefer it like that, because once, if I put it out there, really about what I was doing, you know how many people would probably be trying to pull that down. Some of
Yeah.
the stuff, the different segments I do, because I have Let's Get Pumped. I've got interviews with soldiers that I do. You know, I do that with soldiers. That's dedicated. It is completely dedicated to
Oh,
our service
right.
members.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
and I do that because I have 3 military kids, and that is all for our soldiers. I've got a whole page up on my website that is just a dedication page. It's got a link tree I've created with uh at least 80 links to resources for soldiers. And
Right.
you click one
God bless
link,
you. Love that.
it
Yeah.
takes them to wherever they need to go to get help, families that need help. I've got, you know, the band Otherwise, their music I use in that segment. I use a buddy of mine's music in that segment in the ending credits. And then I've got the director's corner, where I bring in film directors that don't usually do interviews because they end up getting ridiculed later on by other people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I put them in a different segment, and they don't have to worry about being ridiculed. And then I've got the Let's Get Pumped segment, and you know, I keep it low key and in the dark, because I don't want them to have to worry. I don't want people to have to worry about that. So when people are only seeing links and they're completely clueless to what they are, they're never going to know, you know, what exactly is being said to
Okay.
even try to pull my segments. And good luck to them if they try to pull my segments, because it's not going to happen. You know, it's not.
Okay.
I'm not sponsored by a studio, or, you know, a network
Right. Yeah.
or
So
somewhere. You know, I don't have to worry about that. You know, so it is what it is.
sweet.
Right. You know, it's just,
Good for you.
it is the way it is. I like to have fun, and I just think people, they need to bring that back. They do.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, yeah.
Really. But what I thought is funny is when you sent me that video in the email,
Which
I
video?
oh my gosh, I think it was the link you sent me in the email when we were talking about bringing you on in that
Yeah.
interview. You had sent me a video where you were working out. I remember that video from when oh my God, I was a little younger. I remember working out to that video.
Oh,
I
oh, the
swear,
body shaping.
I swear,
Oh,
I watched that
go
because
ahead. Go ahead, age me.
uh hey, I'm not that young either. I'll be 45 on Sunday. I
You're a
swear.
baby.
And I remember that because I was watching, I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, I know I was working out to her videos because me and my sister, we would work out to that. And then we would do that, because we always thought it was funny to do the Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies. When we were young, we were
I love Richard.
we would get it all out with Richard and the sweating the oldies. I mean, I was like, oh my God, we had so much fun.
It was the best.
Everybody would laugh at us.
So what? You're having fun? Get in shape, that's the most, it's gotta be fun. You gotta enjoy what you do, right? I always say to people, you don't always have to go to an iron gym. Find a physical activity that you love to do as long as you're
Right,
moving. Oh,
right.
absolutely. Richard Simmons, I want to tell you a quick story about Richard Simmons. And mid 90s, House of Blues was rented out by Weider Health and Fitness, Joe Weider, through, I think it was the 20th anniversary for Shape magazine.
Mhm.
So he had all the girls that were the cover models. Jane Fonda was the first Shape magazine cover model. And he had, a lot of the stars there and supermodels, but all of the athletes were there. A lot of stars were there, red carpet, huge event. Tom Jones was the entertainment. I mean, my heart just melted. My mom had a huge crush on him. So did I, like a little girl, like, Tom, and he was fabulous. Okay, so, whining and dining. We're all black tie affair. We're all mingling, and the big stage was set up, because later Tom was going to perform, and the mic's up there, and we see all, this huge box sitting on stage with a big bow on it, right? So Joe liked to collect those Remington arts, the big horses and cowboys, like the big iron, just uber expensive. But he had the table pieces. You go into Joe Weider's offices, Arnold Schwarzenegger the same. They had all these Remington, they collected Remington art pieces. I'm thinking Joe probably got Jane Fonda a Remington art piece, and that big box on, say, what's in the box? So then it begins, and we're all, at our tables, and the Weider official's gonna, the editor of Muscle and Fitness had his speech, and this person got up to say something, and this person, that person, Joe Weider said something, and then they brought Jane Fonda on stage because they gave her an honorary award. And as she started to speak, the box breaks open. It's Richard Simmons. He was in that box that whole time.
Oh my God.
Unless he crawled backstage and crawled into it, I don't know. But he bounced out in his little shorts and his t-shirt. We're all like, holy shit, it's Richard Simmons bouncing out of the box. And he started to cry, and he gave her a big hug. Goes, I always wanted to be Barbarella. I'm your biggest fan. Anyway, yeah, Richard.
He kills me with those damn shorts, man. Those are friggin' iconic. I swear to God.
Oh,
It just kills me. And I think they did this. I think it was recently. There was this commercial that had aired recently. There was a guy on all fours and he was wearing those little yellow shorts. This was recent too. I remember watching this damn commercial. And he had these little yellow shorts and he was doing the leg thing. You know what I mean? And I'm
I
like,
agree
oh my
with
God,
that.
did it really put that guy on TV in those tiny ass shorts doing that? I'm like, oh man, what if something moves out of place the
Wait
wrong
for something to fall out, right?
and I'm like, those just need to go. Those can stay with Richards because those are iconic. That error is done. But
Come on, that's fun, right? Oh my
cracks me up
God.
like in his workout
I,
videos.
I've never seen that guy wear anything else, like ever. You see, like even on TMZ, they catch him out of the market. He's in the shorts, you know. It's like
I can imagine like if he went to like an
his
Oscars
closet.
party, he would probably still he'd probably have a tank top with a bow on it and maybe some kind of maybe black shorts and like a tuxedo type shirt. I can see it now.
Poor Richard. Oh my God. Yeah. I
You're
hope he's well though. You haven't seen him lately. I just hope he's doing okay.
it's so funny. Oh my God, that would be
Oh,
hilarious.
the memories.
So tell me about that picture that I posted that you had sent me. The boxer.
In the
That was
boxing
the
ring?
boxer, right? The champ. It was you and the champ. I'm pretty sure. You were sitting on his lap. He had on striped shorts. I cannot even think of who his name is.
Holy cow.
It was a picture that you had forwarded me. You said it was something about his final fight or maybe his first.
That's wrong person. That wasn't me.
No, it's on your page.
Holy cow. The ex-boxer. No.
Unless it, I don't know. You would probably have to be on that. You'll probably have to tell me about that after you look on the
Yeah.
website on
Yeah,
the
I'd have to
page.
see it. Wait a minute. Let me
If I
check.
turn I'm afraid to turn my phone back on to show you the picture.
I sent you.
Every time I turn that phone back on,
Hold
I already know
on.
what happens.
Hold
People
on a
just don't
second.
know.
No, yeah, I'm like, what is she talking about? I've got,
Uh, I cannot.
over the years, I got so many freaking photos. No, I sent you links to everything.
Yeah, I think I went in and took like I think I just took like what I wanted out of some of them photos.
Okay.
I think some of them I might have grabbed from some of the other ones.
Yeah, because I don't, Daphne. My God, I mean, it's ridiculous. Almost.
I don't think I grabbed all the pictures that you had sent me. I think I did go onto your sites and grab some pictures off of there. And I think I grabbed some from your IMDb. I think that's where I got some of those pictures because I re-edited some of your pictures for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you did because you sent me the link to my page, and I just looked at
It's
now
on the
because
page. It's on that page.
okay, so thank you, see, no problem. Da 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 da. Your page is up. Okay, so here it is. All right, here we go. Hold on. I know you're all dying to find out. So am I. I know so many.
I think it's the third column down. I'm pretty sure that's where I put that.
Oh no. Oh, that's not a boxer.
Who is
This
that? Yeah, that one.
okay, no, Sonny Schmidt was a pro bodybuilder.
Builder. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking
Yeah.
boxer.
That's like I say boxer. The only boxer I bragged about was um Muhammad Ali. I met him years ago at the Atlanta Super Show, and I got a picture with him, but I never got that picture. So I'm thinking, do you have that picture? I want it. No, Sonny Schmidt was from he's Samoan from Australia, and he passed away years ago, but he was one of the pro bodybuilders in the 90s. And yeah, they set us up together a lot for a lot of the photo shoots. Yeah. He was a big quiet guy. I mean, he looked phenomenal. He's one of the top guys. But he mumbled a lot. I know he's super shy, whatever, but I've been to a couple of appearances with him. So we sit together, having dinner or breakfast, and he's like, it's like, what? What'd you say? Yeah, no, it's sweetheart of a guy, but yeah, he's a pro bodybuilder, one of the top guys in the 90s.
You know,
Yeah.
it's always the big guys that are always so quiet. Have you noticed that? It's always big guys that are always they're so quiet and they just kind of
The Gentle Giants.
yeah, it's weird.
I saw a mix of them at Gold's Gym. I can't say they're all quiet because I've been around a lot of them, right? And you either have the loud ones or the quiet ones, but I know what you mean. A lot, maybe when they're by themselves, they're kind of quiet. I know it's because they're so big, but I don't know if you remember the Barbarian Brothers. They
Oh my
were like
God, I think
big
I do.
deal at Gold's Gym. They had like the headbands on huge. They're twins. They did a
Were they
few
wrestlers?
no, no, they were bodybuilders, but they did some films. Anyway, they were like kind of like the mascots of bodybuilding at the time. This is like 80s into the 90s. Anyway, but they were boisterous and very loud and very showy. But yeah, I mean, I guess, but Sonny was definitely he was super quiet, very nice man. Yeah.
I think it's when I mean, when you see some of these bigger guys, you just sometimes you get a different view on them. Like, take The Rock, for instance. Okay, when you watch them in, we'll say Fast and the Furious movies. Okay, you look at them and you got that hardcore type character where he's out there kicking ass and this and that. But you know what I actually loved him in? And I swear this has got to be one of my favorite movies that he just cracked me up in this movie. And I would have never thought that he'd been like this in this movie. But is that Central Intelligence movie with Kevin Hart?
Oh, I love them together.
And I laughed my
Funny shit.
ass off at
I
this
yeah,
too.
great sense of
Because
humor.
him in the friggin' unicorn shirt or whatever the hell, he's
Yeah.
running around. I'm like, dude, what the hell is he doing? And he's so acting like a ditz, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, man, for real. But something tells me that's
That's
really his
really him.
personality. That's
That's
really his personality.
That's really him. And his stunt double is a good friend of mine. Tanawai Reed and his wife, Sue, great couple. One of my favorite couples. But and they're all from Hawaii, as you know. But yeah, Dwayne Johnson's stunt double is his cousin, Tanawai Reed. And they're the same. And Tanaway's so much fun. He and Sue, they're just that's what I'm just goofy and just always goofing off, but badass. That guy's an incredible stunt man. I mean, great ground pounder. But that's the way Dwayne is. I mean, he's just very goofy and just very down to earth and
I like funny people. I
I
love funny
do
people.
too.
What
I
part of Hawaii are
love
you from?
humor.
My oldest two kids are Hawaiian.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Their dad is from Kauai.
Oh, why aren't you there?
Girl, that shit didn't work out. That was years ago.
Oh, I just talk about Hawaii and forget him. I'm talking about the island.
Over.
Ah, love Hawaii.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder, where are they from over there?
I'm not sure exactly what part they were born in. I think because Tanawai and Stu had relocated to California for a few years, and now they're back in Hawaii, and they've been commuting since then. But I think they're on the North Shore. I think they're in the North Shore. Not sure, but yeah, yeah. I never tire of Hawaii. I think I should go retire there. Someplace warm and sunny. But I love it over
I've
there.
never been there. Not one time.
Your kids are from Hawaii. You never been there?
I've never been there.
Oh, girl.
I met him in
Life
Kentucky.
is too short. You got to get over there, at least
I
for a
know.
bit. Yeah, yeah.
I
You're
know. I at
due.
least go at least one time. At least once. At least one time.
At least once. Oh,
At least
love
once.
it. Yeah,
So,
that is great.
movies. Okay, the movie that you did, you were a stunt woman, or you did.
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
did you have fun with it? I mean, what do you think
oh,
about doing it?
girl, I tell you, and especially, my late man, Scotty, who was a stunt man, and being together with him and just meeting everyone, meeting like the stunt family, because I got the fitness family, stunt family, and he was a Marine. So then I got the Marine family. But I before I even met Scott, I worked on a movie series called Nemesis, and they're sci-fi, cheesy sci-fi movies. Albert Pune had directed. He had a lot of top names in his movies, and they went straight to video. And anyway, I was still competing, and at that time, Albert, when he made Nemesis, I think it was 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. Anyway, something like that. He wanted all muscular girls. as the cyborgs. So, one of our agents, our fitness agents, sent a slew of us down to audition for Albert, and myself and Debbie Mugley got the parts as Locke and Ditko, and we were like the bad cyborgs with the blonde wigs on and shooting everybody up, and yeah, Sue Price was the lead, but we all just finished competing. So about a week after competition, we were told part of the contract was fine, stay lean, because contests shape like you're ultra lean. That's why you look so ripped and separated and sinewy and stuff, right? So we kept that shape because that's what he wanted for his movie. And that's when I first faced the opportunity of doing stunts because it was low budget, but the stunt crew we had there, who still great friends of mine to this day, we're talking back in 94, 95, right, when we shot this. And Bob Brown, who's one of the iconic top guys now, stunt coordinators, second unit directors, but he was a stunt coordinator on those films for Albert. And then John Epstein was with him as, these are all stunt people. And my double, she's, they've all grown, their careers have just grown, and I was like, oh, that's so much fun. And I'm 5'9", and my stunt double, Jennifer Caputo, who, I mean, if you Google her now or IMDb, I mean, just an amazing, this is what I mean. She is a stunt woman. Her and Nancy Thurston, who happened to be Debbie's stunt double. Now, Debbie's 5'8", I'm 5'9". We're muscular women, we're pro bodybuilders. And our stunt doubles, we met them. They're like, Jennifer's up to here on me, and this is, very fit but smaller structure, and Nancy was even shorter. And we're like, that's our stunt doubles? Are you kidding me? And then we had like these stretch leather latex suits, like were like second skin, right? And there were the leggings and like these tube tops, but they didn't have the budget to get matching outfits for our stunt doubles, so we had to share. So
Oh my God, that would suck.
I got to send you those pictures, like us in them, and
Wow.
Sue and Nancy in them, because, or not Sue, Jennifer and Nancy in them, because it was just bagging on them, right? And they put the blonde wigs on them. It's ridiculous. And we got so many photos together. We're laughing. But I tell you, this being in the industry, you cannot tell. The way they did the stunts, like they did the high falls for us, like all the serious shit, right? Because they didn't want us to get injured, as you know, right? That's the purpose of having a stunt double. But I mean, we're watching, you could not tell that they were half the size we were. That's how phenomenal the editing is and their work and so forth. So I remember talking to Bob Brown, because sometimes we do our own like light falls or tumbles and stuff like that, which was fun to do. And Albert's like, no, don't have the girls do that. No, we don't want them to get hurt, right? I said to Bob, this is so much fun. How do you get into this? I'm talking to Nancy and Jennifer. I want to do that. What is it? A stunt woman. What? Because you don't really hear, I grew up in Canada, not around the industry at all, and now knowing, and being part of that family, the stunt family, there's a lot of nepotism throughout that industry because you're born into it. And I know Scott and I ever had kids, they'd be stunt, whether men or women, right? I know that. But so the more I got involved, and then of course, years later, and I met Scott. Now I'm, around the industry. Like I told you, I got bones thrown at me like precision driving on Fast and Furious. And I doubled Brooke Burns on Single White Female 2. I smashed through a glass cabinet and it fell on me and stuff like that, right? Cat fighting and smoking aces. A bunch of hookers in the room. We all get a fight and we're pulling and falling through tables and everything and fighting through the lobby and jumping over, I mean, fun, so my stuff wasn't anything too serious. Like I wasn't jumping off high buildings or flipping cars or anything like that, like the top women do. But I mean, I'm thinking, if I had known about that before bodybuilding, I would have gone full force, because by the time I got around it, I was already in my late 40s and then going into my 50s, which, hey, there's a lot of women that age that are doing stuff, but they've been doing it for a while, and something that you really got, it's like anything that you do, you really got to jump into it and be your best at it. Funny story, I went for a casting call. They were looking for a special extra. So you know what that is? You get lines and they want to feature you in a certain scene for Last of the Mohicans. And back then my hair was still long. I'm native Indian. I'm Métis. So, I had the long, thick black hair. And I was in my 30s because this was like mid 90s, was it anyway in the 90s when they were casting for Last of the Mohicans. So one of the casting people had known me from the industry because I'm all over all the magazines. And she goes, I got the perfect look. She's got a great look. She's fit, you know, super. So I'm, oh my God, Last of the Mohicans. I love this. I can't wait. So I go in and I'm talking to the producers. I didn't go to the head cast. I just went straight to the producers. And one of them was a stunt man. And he goes, he's a stunt coordinator. He goes, hi, Sharon. You look great. I love your look. Holy cow, do you work out or something? Like all the stupid jokes. And one arm wrestle. Yeah, okay. You know. Then he goes, yeah, the scene. Blah, 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 blah. He goes, so you could ride, right? You ride? A horse? I know, how stupid. You know, no, no, a pogo stick. Yes, a horse, you know. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know if he meant a horse or
I
motorcycle.
don't think they had
Last
Harleys
of
on the set.
the Mohicans. So I go, yeah, and you know, not to lie, especially for stunts, you do not lie, right? You don't try to fake it till you make it kind of thing. So I said to him, I was like, well, and at this time, I think it was 35 or something. I said, God, the last time I rode, I think I was like 17, 17 years old. And I'm not a great rider. I mean, if I don't have to like make it run, you know, I can canter. I can canter, I can kind of trot along, but you know, take it off, forget about it. I'm like, oh. So they're talking, well, maybe we can, you know, maybe what if we have, you know, he goes, okay, but you can swim, right? Obviously. No. I'm afraid of deep water. I grew up in the city of Toronto. You know, it's not like I was around ranch areas or on a reservation or something, you know. And so they look at me and go, well, what kind of Indian are you? What a shitty Indian, you
I'm
know.
just fine.
No, but I got big muscles, you know. So now I didn't get the part. Yeah. Yeah. I can sit in the back and going, whoo, you know. Oh man, what a bummer. Anyway, yeah.
What did they want you to do? Was they gonna have you ride the horse and then get thrown off into
Ride
the
the
water?
horse, get shot and fall into the water and you know, kind of things. So oh man, you
Did you
know.
do it?
No.
So you didn't get to do it.
I couldn't swim. I want to be liable, you know. My dad said, he goes, you should have just faked it.
They could have put floaties on you.
Right? I
Hang out there floating. Hey, that would have been a funny scene. Have you ride the horse with
Yeah.
his big yellow floaty?
Yeah. Hey, it wasn't Blazing Saddles. Then I could get away with it, right? Yeah.
No, that was too serious of a movie though to pull some shit like that.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. Did you ever learn how to swim though since then?
You know, okay, here's I know it's all in here, right? And you know, I've had people try to teach me. Actually, I was a little girl, I almost drowned. So my dad, my mom put me into swimming lessons. And so, you know, long story, but anyway, you have the beginner's level. So then, you know, you're a little girl, you know, so it's waist deep and they put you in the middle part and it's like up to here. But then, you know, I ended up in the deep end, almost drowned and the lifeguard froze. So if it wasn't for the other kid that jumped in and pulled me out, that I almost drowned her too. So now I'm just like, forget it you know.
The lifeguard froze?
Froze. I almost drowned again twice, right? So anyway, yeah.
What the hell? Did they fire the damn lifeguard?
Well, I hope so. I don't know. I was just, you know, I finally pulled out. I'm coughing up water. I'm crying, and you know, I just wanted to go home. And yeah. So years later, yeah, Scott, my man, he was a Marine and everything, but he grew up in Florida. This guy was a fish out of water. This guy could hold his breath for almost 5 minutes underwater, and he's always involved in water sports, of course, you know, with deep sea diving and surfing and swimming. And he was a big guy. I mean, this guy, you know, was like just an incredible swimmer. So he's like, babe, it's all mental, right? You know, it's in your head. So he tried to teach me, and it was just like, it was just a block. And then another good friend of mine, he taught me how to swim in a pool, but the water was only up to here. So anyway, I can swim. I can swim. I'm not a strong swimmer, but if I know the water's over my head, then I panic.
Mhm.
I panic, then all of a sudden I forget how to, because I can't float. I don't know why I'm a shitty floater, like treading water. I just couldn't get the hang of it. What is that? How do you do that? But if I know it's not over my head, pool or if I'm in a shallow end of the ocean, then I can swim. Yeah. But it is a mental, I know,
In the
and it
ocean,
couldn't help me.
you gotta really be careful in the shallow parts because of all those rip currents. See, my thing is
Yeah.
I'm I'm a strong swimmer. And I mean, I've been swimming since God, I think my mom said since I was 2. And my thing is I can swim really well. Um, even in, the ocean. But
Hmm.
my thing is when I'm in the middle of the ocean, because, it's a catamaran rides and stuff like that, where you out and the ocean's not as crazy as it is when you get closer to the shoreline.
Yeah.
But when I got in the ocean, my thing is the shark scenario. So I
Oh.
can get in the water and swim to wherever, but my thing is I start thinking about all the shit below me that's gonna eat me. And then I just wanna kinda swim back to the boat, you know what I mean? And it's not even a fear of the water, it's just a fear of being ate by the thing in the water.
Image, right? Man, you guys like had nightmares after Jaws. I mean,
Yeah,
that was the one
I'm
when
not
that
saying
came
I'm,
out.
like,
That
afraid
freaked
of
me out.
sharks, it's just the ones with I mean, not all sharks, but those the great whites and oh god, no. God.
Yeah, yeah,
But if
yeah,
I
I get
can see,
that.
if I can, like, see if the water is crystal clear, like in St. Thomas, in
Oh,
them places
nice.
in St. Martin, I love the water there because I could see what the hell was below me there. But in all the oceans, you can't see everything
Yeah,
in these waters, you know. I like
yeah,
to be able to see what's below me, but
yeah.
I can't see below me. I am not gonna sit there and try to swim there, you know.
The unknown, get right. Oh yeah,
Megalodon.
totally get it. My only fear is like from drowning. I didn't even get to go there. What's in there? I don't know. I just don't want to drown.
But see, Megalodon, if Megalodon came out of the water, that thing's so damn big, it wouldn't only eat me, it'd eat the damn boat too, so you'd be screwed too.
Dude, if that thing came out of the water, I'd be the best swimmer all of a sudden. Suddenly I can swim. I'd be like,
You better be able to swim pretty damn fast, because I heard that one's huge.
right? Hey, I do a hell of a dog paddle. I can tell you that. I
His
can.
ass has been hiding for 200 some odd years. He's big. For real.
And hungry.
Right. Oh my God. I can only
Just a
imagine how
morsel.
many of those creatures are really down there.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah, the deeper there's a lot of untouched territory down there that you don't know what the hell is down there.
I
But they're
mean,
so far down, they don't want to bother with us up here.
they're
You
probably looking up at all of us like, you guys are ignorant. We're just gonna
Stay away from those assholes.
right. I swear, I've seen some crazy stuff, I'm telling you. And like what really surprised me is because before I even heard about that megalodon, um, I didn't hear about it till like a couple years ago. And that was, I mean, before they released that movie. And I was being told about a boat that was bit, like the whole part of the damn boat was ate by this damn shark. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. There ain't no shark that's gonna eat half of a damn boat, whatever. I'm like, that's bullshit. And come to find out, yeah, it's true. And I'm like, there's a shark out there that ate a boat. I'm like, oh, that's great. Fantastic. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And when I found that out, I was like, oh hell no. And then they started airing all those series about Megalodon. And I'm like, this thing's in the water right now. Okay. This is I'm not getting on no small ass boat.
Yeah, right?
Ever.
I guess paddleboarding is out. This little dot. Yeah, freaky. Yeah.
I'm not getting on it if it's not a cruise ship because they can't eat that. For real. That's a big boat.
That's a big boat. Yeah. Yeah.
So you gonna be doing any other movies? You got
You
anything
know,
else coming up?
after well, what happened? I kind of laid low for a while. I kind of stepped back after, my man passed away and I took it really hard.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to grieve. It was awful. It was very dark. And then I came back to Vancouver to spend some time with my dad before he passed away. I meet my mom up there. And then by that time, I thought, I started taking care of myself again. I started to care and started going out for a lot of auditions here in Vancouver. And it's North Hollywood. Thought, I'm going to hang here for a while. And I thought I might had to have had knee surgery. I don't have insurance in the US. But I'm still a Canadian citizen. I have insurance here. So this is my plan was get the knees fixed, just audition over here and then head back home to California. Then COVID hit and I didn't want to, whatever. It's whatever. I didn't want to take the shot, and I thought, well, I'm going to sit this one out. A lot of people didn't, right? Because a lot of everything, the whole world changed, as we all know. First, they shut down, then when we opened, there was a lot of new changes, and or changes, period. So I didn't want to go there. So I thought, well, I'll just go back into my fitness roots and just start doing the podcasts and training videos and what have you and hosting fitness shows. That's fine. I can do it on on Zoom. Thank God for the internet, right? And so then all of the mandatory mandates started to go away.
Yeah.
Still very strong here in Canada, the only country that still has certain mandates, like your boosters, your vaccines, everything else, if you still want to work, kind of thing, right? So it's really put my job down here and my finances, and very humbling. And then through my commutes last year, met with the old 20th Century Fox crew. We all stayed friends, all the producers. I called it the Dick Club. They love me now, but I was one of two females in that
The
circle.
Club of Dicks.
Yeah, yeah, I love my dicks. A what? Anyway, but we kept in touch, and every time I go to California, we have our big red wine dinners, and we catch up and stay close. And they're saying, hey, where are you? Are you back here? You still there? Where? I know, because I was down south, and this was last summer. I said, no, I'm trying to get back. And they said, well, great, we're putting the division back together. And meanwhile, I have so many friends in the US that are my stunt family saying, if you're here, I got a job here right now. Hey, I need you here. We put you to work. I'm over here like cricket, no work, because no, I don't want to take the vax. And I was more in the circle over there than I am here. So I'm missing all this work because it's so frustrating. Stuff I love to do. So anyway, I'm down there last year and they're like, we're putting the division back together, contract, get you set up, bring you back. Let's go. I'm like, yes, thank you, right? And so I get back to Vancouver. I'm going through all my shit. I don't care. I'm just going to take a bag. I have nothing anyway, grab my suitcases and go, no kids, no pets. Everyone's gone, And then the strike happened. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It'll
Off.
only last a month, you'll be fine. So I'm like, all right, I'll clear shit up here. I didn't, came to the point where I didn't have to get surgery. I'm like, okay, I want to stay, And of course, it took longer than a month. So now I'm sitting here again. And but now they dropped the mandates in Vancouver. So I started auditioning again after all this time here, because there's still a lot of work here. But then, yes. So the plan is I'll be back in California by the end of the year and back to work. I'm looking forward to it. I miss it because I love being on set. I love the locations. I just love the camaraderie. I love the crew. I love the work, right? It's just so much fun. So yeah, I'm
I
looking
mean,
forward
if
to
they
it.
have jobs, can't they production? I mean, they should cover your expenses, right? To fly you out there for the jobs.
It depends on the part. You know
Uh
that. It really
yeah.
depends on what you're
Yeah. I
cast
mean, but
for.
if they're coming to you, obviously it should be a leading role.
No, these are stunt people.
Oh, stunts.
Need
But
you here.
still, I mean,
Is,
depending,
kind of thing.
yeah, they should still. I mean, if you're on a stunt crew, they should still be covering at least those
They
expenses.
would, but again, it's not like, if it's just for a daily or a 3 day, then
Oh
no.
yeah,
There's
one or
other
two
people
days.
there
Yeah.
that can do it.
Yeah.
they're throwing me a bone. It's like, Sharon, come on, we're gonna get you, but come on, girl, get you back, kind of thing. It's like, oh man, I can't right now.
You need
And
a solid movie. A
well,
whole
that's just it, right? And you
yeah.
know what irks me? Of course, I'm a lot smaller now. I'm still fit, as you can see, but but it's a lot smaller than I was, well, there. Um, when I was competing, 5'9", I was about 155 pounds, 160 pounds of muscle off season. And that's like very low body weight. So I was a big girl. Then when competition, usually on stage about 145. Okay, what does that mean? That means I was still a very muscular girl. And so when they were casting back in the day in the 90s for like, when they were cast for Elektra or, some of the Marvel stuff before it really became a huge franchise, right? Or TV shows on Silk Stockings, so I'm going back, right? Or Hercules or whatever. And Corey Everson booked a lot of the parts. She was the reigning Miss Olympia at the time. Gorgeous. And even though a very muscular lady, she's tall like myself as well. She carried it well. She picked up a lot because she picked up a couple of the TV shows, so yourself, bring her back, bring her back. We love her. Look, the audience loves her. The rest of us told, no, you're too muscular. We can't, you're too muscular. And they hire like a skinny actress to
The
go in
woman
for.
from Xena. Are you talking about the woman that played Xena?
Oh, no, no, no. That's Lucy Lawless. No, no. Although Corey could have had that part, she didn't want to move to New Zealand, so they chose Lucy Lawless. And Corey's more muscular than Lucy. Anyway, it was frustrating because every bodybuilder and fitness girl were at these cattle calls, right? No, you're too much. No, too much. Too much. Too much. We'll pick you. And it's like Jennifer Garner got, what was it, a lecture or something like that? I'm like, are you kidding me? And like,
Oh,
and she was just this fit, tiny little role, and that's what they kept choosing. Nothing, she did a great job, nothing against you, Jennifer. I'm just saying we're thinking
oh,
superheroes, right?
yeah.
Now the Marvel movies are here, like the perfect arena, and you're seeing more and more muscular girls on there, right? Because they want it real, especially that audience. Like, why wasn't that around when I was?
I like Scarlet, man.
Changed.
I like
She
Scarlet.
is badass. And you know who's even more badassery? Is her stunt double, Heidi Moneymaker. That girl, holy cow, the stuff she can do. All those fight scenes, everything is Heidi. And I mean, what better stunt double to get, right? You just gotta like Google her and just look at Heidi Moneymaker and what now she's second unit director and stunt coordinator herself. But man, she is one of the best stunt women out there.
I bet you Scarlet could do because Scarlet, she strikes me as the type of girl that could do the shit if they would let her do it by herself.
No doubt. Yeah.
Strikes me as that type of person. I could just tell just by looking at her that she'd be that type of girl that would be out there beating somebody's ass in a New
Yep.
York second if
And
they would
and
just,
believable at it, right?
you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh
But
yeah. Yeah.
they don't let, I know that
Nope.
for a fact because they wouldn't let me do certain shit when,
Yeah.
from stuff that I've done. And
Oh, you get
I'm
hurt,
just
there goes
saying,
shooting.
you know,
Have to wait till you heal.
yeah.
Damn it, Daphne, you had to go do that shit. Now you're hurt. Now we have to sit here for a few weeks till you heal, right? Yeah. A lot
I
of money.
mean, it wasn't nothing major. It was just like some of the, when I did some of the shorts, I did stuff, you know what I mean? That like I was talking to somebody, I think it was another interview the other day, and I told him I let somebody grab my hair and I was told not to let them, but I'm sorry, it looked realistic. I didn't care. I'm not tender-headed, whatever, and I've did a little bit of stunt driving because on that little short, nobody could drive a stick shift except for the guy who was holding the damn camera could drive the damn stick shift except for me. Like I grew up on a stick. I learned how to drive a stick shift. That's what I learned on. I ride motorcycles by myself. So
Right.
a
Right.
stick shift car to me is second nature. I prefer a stick shift over an automatic any day of the week, any day. So I
Wow.
do stuff like that. And I mean, it's just like stuff like that to me is all second nature. You know,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
stunts would be nothing
Hmm.
for me because I don't know. It's I'm kind of I've had this conversation like I can go from girly girl to roughneck and a tomboy in 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's all it is. 2 seconds. And I have more fun. And Scarlett, she just strikes me. You could just tell when you're looking at somebody or you're talking to somebody, their type of personality, are they a girly girl? Or, or are they a girly girl, or are they somebody that can be a girly girl and still whoop your ass? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just you can tell. But it just kills me because I know productions are really, really funny about some of the stuff that they let you do, and I get it. You're paying
Yeah.
these actors a lot of money. I
Insurance
get
purposes and
that.
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you can let them have a little bit of fun.
And they do. They do. Oh,
Some
absolutely.
some don't though.
Yeah.
Some don't. Some are really, really strict about that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you, it's all, I guess, in
Got
who
a lot of money. It's about the money. Got a lot of money on the line, right? Yeah,
it's
it's a
always
business.
about that. I mean, you don't want people to get hurt. You never want people to get hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean, say you've got the perfect, stunt double there and that person gets hurt and then you're really screwed.
They
Unless you
usually have
have
a few, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Scotty was one of Arnold's stunt doubles, and
that.
Arnold had like the two major ones, and then he had three others, and it depended on the stunt as well. So one was best at the motorcycles, another one best at high wire, another one best at what fight ground pounding scenes. But most of the top stars usually have two or three stunt doubles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I
That's
said, they do get hurt, you
that is
know. I
smart.
mean, when they did the run, what was it? Can't remember which of the Dwayne Johnson movies it was that Tanawai was doubling him for, but he was kept had to roll, like tumble, fall down this hill. Anyway, he got really hurt on that, man. He busted himself up pretty good. They do that, I can't the rundown or something like that. I can't remember. That's when he's hanging upside down. Dwayne Johnson was hanging upside down in the trees, and the monkeys were. He's like, monkey, and they're coming after.
Oh
Ah,
my God.
anyway,
I've seen almost every one
one
of
of
his.
his hits, put it that way, right? And that guy is
Only
gold.
movie I've never seen that he's been in is Jumanji.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I've never seen any of them, and I've
Yeah,
never
good
seen
movie. Was
and
it?
and this sucks because I love Fast and Furious. I love the movies. I love the cars. I'm all about the friggin' cars, man. Even like one of my favorite movies is Gone in 60 Seconds, and that's because of the cars. I'm obsessed with those freaking cars. I only watch because of the cars. You know what I
Right.
mean? I just watch them cars. That's it.
I don't
Car.
care what hot guy is in it.
Right. I don't, I swear. And I mean I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the actors, but those cars, I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah.
and but I mean, I can't even think now because now I'm thinking about the damn cars. Oh, and I stopped watching. I know what I was saying. The Fast and the Furious movies after Paul Walker passed away. I,
Yeah.
I have not watched another Fast and the Furious movie since Paul Walker passed away. That last one that he did is the last one I've watched. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I just, I mean, I want to watch the rest of them eventually when I make it there to be able to watch them, but I just don't feel like it would be the same. You
Yeah.
know,
I hear you. Yeah.
you know,
Myself, I watched two of them, and then after that, it's like, that's just car chase, car chase. I'm not like you. I don't care about the cars or whatever, I'm more about the story,
yeah,
but it's just like, oh, it's the same movie over and over again to me. Yet
yeah.
it's a huge franchise. So make it another one. It's like, what? Oh my God.
It would
Yeah.
just be the cars for me. I mean, I love classic cars. I love motorcycles and classic cars. I am huge, especially on muscle cars. I love I'm just a classic type person. Like even
Yeah.
even with pictures and stuff like that, like I'm big on black and white photos. Um
Me too.
and like
Love
classic
that.
stuff, vintage.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really big in even with photo shoots, historic buildings and I don't know what it is. I'm like an old soul, sort of, I
You
guess.
are.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
You're probably from that time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just so weird. So I have like even the way I think sometimes. It's just, I don't know, I feel like I'm an old soul, so that's kind of like where I stay, you know,
Huh? Yeah,
my own little world.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
The way, but the cars, man, and I'm telling you, the classic cars, and I think that's why I'm so drawn to the Gone in 60 Seconds movie, is just because of those classics. Oh my God. In that movie, they're just damn. That's all I can say. Damn. That's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, hey guys, you want to get Daphne in the mood? Just take her to a Fast and Furious.
Just tell me you
Gone
got
in
a
60 seconds.
GTO that I can
Take her
drive.
to a classic car show, anything.
You know, when there's a GTO, something like that. Yeah, I'm not really big
Ah,
on
there you go.
Mustangs. Chevelle,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So what do you do for fun besides working out?
Oh my God. I love clubbing. I still do. I'm 60 years old and I still love going to the clubs. I just love it. I love dancing.
I
I
have
just
to
love
go.
having
I have nobody to go
fun.
clubbing with anymore, and I can't. I'm not
Oh,
doing it with my kids because that would just be weird. I mean,
Mom.
my kids are like old enough to go, except for my 16-year-old. They're old enough to go, but it would just be weird me going to a club with my kid. Come on, because I
No,
know how I am.
no, it's not the same. Gotta go with the girls, man. I
All
miss
right,
my sisterhood, where are my girls at? No, there's no more, LA still has a few good ones, but I mean Vegas. I mean, come on, every casino has an
I grew up there.
amazing club.
I
What's
grew
that?
I
Oh,
grew
did
up.
you? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I never got to go to a club. By the time we moved back, God, I think I was, God, 15. I was too young to go,
Well,
and I never got to do
yeah,
anything fun. I mean,
they have
it was fun
amazing
out
clubs out there. Yeah.
there. Clubbing, I want to go out.
Yeah, yeah, it's just so much. I just love being social. I love the music. I love to dance. That and I love the beach. Even though I don't swim, I can't swim, but I just love like just doing stuff on the beach. It's just the air, the smell, the feel of the sun, just being there, right? Good volleyball game and go have some shots later at Chillers on the beach, right?
Girl, me and you are gonna be like best friends.
It's so serendipitous, isn't it?
We're gonna be hanging out on the beach,
Where have you been, man?
doing shots. We'll find a club on the beach. That way, there we don't have to
Oh,
work.
I know a couple. Hey, there's a good one in Hawaii.
I've never been there.
You're missing out, man. I'm serious.
I know I probably am.
Ah,
Damn.
well, it's not going anywhere. Make a plan.
Right.
Yeah,
Very.
yeah, no.
So before I cut this portion of it off, anyway, do you
There's
have
more.
any? Yeah, the interview portion. Do you
Oh,
have any tips for anybody out there wanting to start working out? Any tips?
any tips?
Yep.
Yeah, I
To
mean,
get
it's
off your
never too
ass, stay
late.
with it.
Right? It's never too late. So I'm going to give you just a couple of pointers. It's never too late. Find something you like to do, whether it be the gym, something outdoors. I don't care if you tap dance as long as you're moving. Before you get started on any fitness regime, program, any kind of class, if it's martial arts, whatever have you, the abs start in the kitchen. Make sure your nutrition is properly in line before you start anything. Make sure you're hydrated and make sure it doesn't have to be a bodybuilding diet. Whenever, someone like myself, make sure you're eating right. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to look like that. No, you got to, it's 80% of the battle. If you want to make any sort of gains, like lose weight, gain weight, put some lean muscle on, shape yourself, be in your best form, whatever. It all starts in the kitchen. So, and it's just smart, clean eating, lots of fruits and vegetables, steamed rice instead of French fries, baked potatoes and, chicken, a lot of protein, get off the canned goods and everything's full of sodium and hidden fats. Read your labels. Nutrition, most important. Never too late to start. And it doesn't matter what you do to be active, just stay active.
I like it. Definitely. I'm
You gotta
gonna
have fun. Make it fun. You gotta enjoy it, right?
I
Yeah.
believe in the diet. I mean, a lot of people, they say as far as protein, the too much protein could be a bad thing. Do you believe
Oh,
that?
that is such a false slew of
That
information,
either. I don't
you
think.
know? Here's what it is. It's like your body, like to put muscle on, because as a bodybuilder, we had to consume a lot of protein. We had to consume, especially the women, to get, it's harder for us to put muscle on, right? Had to consume a lot of calories and a lot of protein to feed the muscle. Okay, so here's the thing. It's a gram of protein per pound of muscle. All right. Now you can only assimilate so much protein for muscle stimulation simulation. That's true. But what's with the rest of the protein? So say if it, for myself, say a gram of protein per pound of muscle, okay, and but you can only assimilate so much. So what happens? I've taken 2 grams of protein per gram of or pound of muscle. What happens with that? And that's when people say your hair starts to fall out. No, it goes to other things. So, it's done with the muscle stuff. Then it goes to organs, your skin, your hair, your nails, and especially as we age, you need more protein because it's harder for protein synthesis to be active in the body. It's because our act, and here we go. You got me started, man. It's because over the age of 40, then you hit 50, then mine, 60, then 70, then 80, stem cell activation starts to slow down, which is our growth, our raw material, right? So whether it be, for photosynthesis, for stem cell activation, or for protein synthesis for our muscles to grow, you can go deeper into that. You need more protein. We're built of peptides, copper peptides, which is our building blocks, right? And again, our raw material, which is our copper peptides, for instance, is the holy grail of anti-aging. So, yeah, I mean, if you're just on protein and you're very little carbs and go into ketosis, that could be very dangerous because you need a certain amount of carbs, fuel, even for your brain to function. So
Yeah.
for these whacked out, high, ketone diets, I mean, I remember we'd go to ketone levels to where it's like, very dangerous, so we can get that lean, right? Very dangerous. You got to keep a balance. But yes, you want high protein because you want that muscular stat, whether not just to be a bodybuilder, but just to keep that fit, lean muscle tissue. So for someone to overdose, if you want to put it that way, in a protein intake, then what are you, like, living on steak all day long and you're not getting in your vegetables, and then yeah, it can be very, very dangerous and detrimental. Now there's certain things like diabetes and can come into other issues where you have to really regulate your portions. But no, I mean, eat all the protein, I mean, put it this way, I have protein with every meal. Still to this day, I mean, it's ingrained in me, right? I don't have to be as lean. I'm not as muscular. I don't want to be anymore. I've been there, done that. But I like being fit. I like having a flat tummy. I like being lean. And I have protein, for instance, like my egg whites and oatmeal in the morning. Then I have a protein shake for a snack. Then I have like an ahi, a lot of ahi tuna. I overload on the tuna salad. And then I'll have like a protein bar for a snack. And then at dinner, I have a chicken breast. This is usually, I eat the same thing every day. I'm crazy like that. I like it. It works for me. I'm not saying you have to, but a big, baked chicken breast or roasted chicken with my steamed rice and steamed broccoli. I've always got a protein in there because I'm still working out, right? Not as heavy as I used to, but it's important to keep the balance. You got to have a balance. Don't just cut out one and just fill up on the other. Yeah, that's an imbalance, but no, I mean, you can never eat too much protein. I mean, you could never eat too much protein.
Hell
A
yeah, I'm
lot
a
of
steak
times we don't
person.
get enough in our diets, which is why we have supplements, right? So anyway,
Don't give up the steak.
yeah, and it's okay. I mean, personally, I was never crazy about red meat, even since a little
Oh, I'm a
kid.
steak
Like
eater.
that,
I'm
like
not
it's
even
still,
gonna lie. I will tear up
ah,
steak. I love steak.
and it's not bad for you. It's high in iron,
I
high in
love
protein.
it. I do. I'm not even gonna lie.
See, mean, I eat chicken, I eat fish, but I mean, I don't know. There's something about pork or a steak where I just feel like a serious carnivore. Like,
I
you
don't
know.
really care for pork. I'm not big on pork and stuff like that. I do love chicken. I love grilled chicken,
Yeah.
but I do love steak. I don't eat it that often, but
That's
I
okay.
love
Yeah.
steak. I do.
Yeah.
But it's got
But
to be
it's
cooked a
okay.
certain way. It has to be cooked a certain way.
And everyone's different, right?
Yeah, it's
Do you
got to be
like it
grilled,
bloody?
and it's got to be like medium rare, and
Um,
it's got to be grilled. Other than that, I don't know. I'm a meat eater, but I am really big on vegetables. I don't like salt. The only time I get like a salt intake is when I drink a beer, and that's because I drink Corona and I put lemon in it, so I put salt in my beer. That's the only time I ever use salt. And that's bad to say because people are like, you don't use salt now unless it's in my beer. That's the only time I really get salt into my body, really. And but other than that, I mean, like I'm really big. I don't like sweets. I don't like junk food.
yeah.
Very
Sugar
seldom.
kills.
I just,
Sugar
you know
kills.
what my downfall is? Honestly, my downfall is it's not junk, it's not sweets, it's not candy, it's not nothing.
Oh my, sugar kills. Yeah.
That is my downfall.
You know,
Soda.
why don't you get like, even like, is it
I'm
because
not
of
a coffee drinker. I am
is it
not
the
a coffee
carbon in
drinker.
it or is it just a flavor?
It's Coke. It's just, it's
What is it though? Is it the texture, like the bubbles, or is it just the flavor
I switch
that
between
you're
Coke
addicted to
and
the
Mountain Dew.
sugar?
I think it's because I don't drink coffee and it's the caffeine. And I mean, sometimes it's like the taste because I'll switch off with them. But that right there is my downfall.
Yeah, we all have a vice, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Could be worse. I mean,
That's true. It could be the other Coke. What? Just drink, just drink a lot of water. Seriously, to flush a lot of that carbon.
I have this one water that I really like. It's called oh my God. I just had that.
I
I
never heard of that.
it's an alkaline alkaline water. It's called starts with an A. Can't even remember what the hell it's called right now. I just had it too.
Alkaline.
Yeah, it's alkaline. I know that. I love alkaline water.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's very, very, very,
It's
very
got
good.
a really, really good taste to it. I
Sugar,
love
yeah,
alkaline water. It's so good.
yeah.
Um, but I'll think of it in a minute. It's gonna bug me too because I'm gonna be sitting here thinking like what the hell was the damn water I was drinking. And I get it all the time at the store, but I just look for like the label. I don't even pay attention.
Right. It's just like you just know what to grab. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this portion up, and I'm definitely saying thank you for coming on. This
Well,
has
thanks for
been
having
fun.
me. Yeah, I know.
Seriously.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad we connected.
And everybody else, you know the drill. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.